if you could start your business again, what would you do differently?
I think I've learned a lot about how to kind of present my message, and that definitely takes time to learn that. Kind of like how people think, what will really resonate with them. I don't do free calls anymore.
Because
I've
people
just
were
like
just
found
getting
it
the,
doesn't
they were
work for
just
me.
getting the, yeah, I can see. They would get the advice and then they wouldn't need to pay you. I'm here with Sara Sumic from Healthy Skin Glows, who's very kindly agreed to be on our customer showcase interview. Welcome, Sara.
Thank you so much.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I am a primal health coach, but I've also been now for a decade almost helping women worldwide heal their sensitive acne-prone skin. So I work a lot with adult acne through nutrition and gentle skincare.
What problem have you fallen in love with? So what is the thing that really motivates you?
I think it really is like a very emotional thing for me because I have been personally through a lot of struggles with my own skin, and I know how devastating it can feel, how frustrating. And this is why I'm so passionate about helping women, because there's so many mistakes to make, and I really want to help them not waste so many years, trying the wrong things and, a lot of money, a lot of energy into things that just don't work.
How long have you been doing this for, and what keeps you up at night in terms of running your business?
So I have been doing this since 2015. I've started with a website, with a blog. I haven't started immediately working with clients, and try to get some education first, kind of really observe what works, for other people, what works in the real world, because I'm a molecular biologist as well. So I've read a lot of, scientific studies, a lot of dermatology resources, because I try to understand my own skin, right? This is where it all started. So I would say almost 9 years. I've been kind of coaching clients much more so in the last 5 years, I would say. I think what keeps me up at night in terms of, what we're talking about is that there are so simple solutions for people's struggles with things that they are really frustrated about, that maybe takes them so much effort to solve. They're trying all these very difficult things. They're wasting a lot of money when there are really some very simple solutions that they just aren't aware about. And so I would like to reach all those people, but of course it's not so easy.
So you'd like to grow more. It'd be one of those things like, how are you going to get more customers? How are you going to actually grow your business?
I use Instagram a lot. I kind of try to really go and promote my online course, which teaches these kind of skincare steps, but then also the coaching, which is where I use the YouCanBookMe. It's really helping a lot to just organize my time.
If you could start your business again, what would you do differently?
Oh, such a good question. I think I've learned a lot about how to kind of present my message, and that definitely takes time to learn that. Kind of how people think, what will really resonate with them, how to just formulate certain things, how to make them understand the problem that they're actually facing, because not everybody or not many people are aware that their skin barrier health is an issue when they're trying to deal with adult acne, for example. So in the beginning, maybe I would approach this as if everybody knew about skin barrier, where it was a really unknown topic at the time. And now it's kind of much more, I think, widely known. So I think I would kind of try to understand more the level where people are at. And this took me, I think, some time to really figure out, because it's kind of very easy to think everybody knows what you know, but that's not the case.
When you first started 9 years ago, what were the tools that you relied on? What tools did people recommend for you to use? And then what tools would you recommend now?
I did start just with a website that also had a blog. So I was just publishing blog posts. I opened, Facebook account, a page associated to my personal account, and then Instagram account. I think I really stick to those. And then when I made my online course in 2019, this was after some years of coaching, and it was really just low-key thing. I can't even remember how I organized this. It was a long time ago. But when I did make my course, and this is how I just wanted to reach more people who didn't necessarily have, a budget to invest into coaching. I also was limited on time. So then I purchased software that will host online course. So yeah, I did have kind of a hosting platform for my online course. And this is pretty much the only thing that I've added. And then I also added, of course, the kind of calendar, booking system, which really kind of integrates into that very nicely and just made my job very easy.
And then with your customers, when they book in, do you do initial free consultation calls, or do you book for customers themselves paying you? How do you do it?
So I did have a few variations of this before, and I don't do free calls anymore.
Because
I've
people
just
were
like
just
found
getting
it
the,
doesn't
they were
work for
just
me.
getting the, yeah, I can see. They would get the advice and then they wouldn't need to pay you.
Maybe not necessarily that they would get like everything they need. It's just that there was just not enough time to really go through everything. And so I think sometimes like partial advice is even worse than no advice, because they start implementing like a partial thing and then it's not working because they don't have all the like the full picture. And so it was actually hurting more than it was helping.
Do people see you over a period of months, or is it one-off consultations? How do you work?
Yes. So when a client signs up, we do like have initial talk, and then we are kind of like together for 3 months, which is usually the time needed for us to really figure out, like fine tune everything. And then by the end of those 3 months, we have our follow-up chat, and then they're kind of like good to go. And I would say like 85% of people are really like happy with their progress by that time, and they can continue on their own. For the rest of the people, I do offer kind of like extra follow-up call that they can book.
Tell me about YouCanBookMe specifically. How are you using the tool? How many links do you have? What do you rely on the most? What do you like about it?
I would say like it's very easy to overlay with my Google Calendar. It just works. It's very easy to regulate my availability. It's just like a very intuitive interface, which I think was really important for me, because I just like can't spend a lot of time figuring new software out. And immediately I'm like, no, I can't do this. I've learned a lot of sort of like technical things in all this journey, but I'm still, if I, look at something is like very easy to use, okay, I'm going to use it. So I think that was a really key point for me. Like there were never really any technical glitches. It was like just like very also easy for the client to book. There was never any issues on either end. And this is kind of like very important for me, because with some other software, something would glitch and then I wouldn't know how to fix. There was no like maybe like support service that I could ask. So these kind of things would then like make me move to a different software. But this definitely has worked for a long time and like never had really any issues.
Would you rather throw out your phone or your laptop?
Probably phone, I think, will be healthier for me. Yes.
Would you rather get a new client or double your sales to an existing client?
This is a really tough one. I'm going to say new clients, because I really like connecting with new people, and it always blows my mind like how much, they actually needed somebody like me.
Would you rather speak at a huge conference or make a new sale, get a new customer?
It's good to get out of the comfort zone sometimes. So maybe I'm going to pick the first option.
Would you rather work with a team of experts or passionate learners?
Passionate learners. This is, as a scientist, like I always appreciate when someone has an open mind and can learn very quickly. Yes.
Would you rather be known for product quality or customer service?
Well, ideally you would have both. Maybe I would go with product quality, I think, because this really is something that affects every single customer, whereas those that, let's say, have a question, maybe they're like, I don't know, 10% of them or 20. And then, yeah, if it's like okay with the customer service, but then everybody has a great product, maybe that'll be better. Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to me about your business. It's very motivating to know people like you are out there trying to help people solve their issues in a way that's so important to them.
Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, it's very encouraging. You have ups and downs in every business, but yeah, I do think that I have kind of like good systems now in place. It only took me 9 years to figure things out.
Well, I'm very, very glad and privileged that YouCanBookMe as a part of that. And thank you so much for sharing
Thank you so
your
much.
wisdom with us. Thank you.